Hey everyone, let's jump right into this explainer because today we're taking a truly mind-bending journey into the future of life, death, and artificial intelligence. We're asking one of the most profound questions of our time. Can AI actually help humans live forever? Today, we're going to explore the cutting-edge science behind digital immortality.
To really understand where this is all heading, let's jump forward in time. Starting off with Section 1, the AI grandparent, a glimpse into 2085.
I want you to step into the future with me for a second. Just imagine you're walking into your family home. The year is 2085. Everything seems totally normal until you hear a deeply familiar voice drifting from the living room. It's your grandfather. Now, he passed away decades ago. Yet, there he is. He's talking with your kids, telling stories from his childhood, answering their questions, laughing at old memories, and even giving them life advice. But something is fundamentally different. Your grandfather isn't alive. Well, at least not in the way we understand life today. His personality now exists as an incredibly advanced AI. Basically, it was trained on all his past data, his memories, his unique voice, his writing style, old photographs, videos, and years of recorded conversations. And man, this forces us to ask a deeply unsettling question. Is that really him? Or is it only a very, very convincing imitation? As we stand in that hypothetical living room, listening to him, we just have to wonder, will future generations actually feel like they're speaking with their real relative, or simply speaking with software that's just learned to perfectly mimic them? To really put this into perspective, let's look at humanity's long-standing battle with mortality. I mean, for thousands of years, humans have desperately searched for ways to overcome death. Back in ancient times, civilizations literally imagined and sought out magical fountains of youth. Fast forward to the 20th century, and our scientists rigorously searched for medicines that could slow the biological aging process. But today, well, artificial intelligence has introduced an entirely different possibility. We aren't just looking at living forever biologically anymore. We're looking at digital preservation. So what exactly does this futuristic scenario even mean? Let's get into Section 2, defining digital immortality, preserving personality, not biology. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is this. Digital immortality is not about making human beings biologically immortal. Instead, it's this incredibly ambitious attempt to preserve a person's personality, their knowledge, and their unique behaviors after death using artificial intelligence. It's really about keeping the essence of who we are intact so that future generations can still interact with us in a meaningful way long after we're gone. But how does an AI actually learn to be you? Well, it requires a massive volume of personal data. Think of it as a giant AI data diet. Just imagine a system that consumes literally everything you've ever written, every single email, every journal entry, every social media post. It processes thousands of voice recordings, your family videos, your personal photographs. It even analyzes your favorite books and the music you loved just to understand your personal tastes. Over time, feeding on this immense mountain of data, the AI learns exactly how you think. It learns how you speak, how you solve problems, and yeah, even how you tell jokes. And this technology actually has incredible emotional and practical benefits for families. Some researchers believe these future AI systems will become so incredibly realistic that we'll use them to remember loved ones in entirely new interactive ways. I mean, imagine asking an AI version of your late grandmother to guide you step by step through her secret recipe, or sitting down to hear stories from your great-grandfather exactly as he used to tell them. This technology literally has the power to preserve invaluable family knowledge that might otherwise just disappear forever. But of course, an innovation this massive doesn't come without its complications. Which brings us to Section 3, the ethical dilemmas. Who controls the dead? Because the deeper we look into this, the murkier the waters get. We really have to ask ourselves, who ultimately owns a person's digital identity after they die? Who gets to hold the rights to your digital footprint once you're actually gone? Is it your spouse, your kids? And who makes the ultimate decision on whether an AI version of you should even be created in the first place? And, these questions inevitably lead to some pretty dark possibilities. Could someone intentionally misuse that identity? Could massive corporations find a way to monetize and actually profit from digital copies of real people? When an AI holds your voice, your memories, and your personality, privacy suddenly becomes more important than it has ever been in human history. So we're really looking at a fundamental split in how AI approaches mortality. On one side, we have this post-death path, copying memories to preserve your personality digitally after you pass away. But on the exact opposite side, we have an entirely different pre-death path, utilizing AI to accelerate medical research to actually extend your biological life. Let's pivot and explore this second path. Moving right into Section 4, Extending Biological Life, the Medical Pivot. Because instead of just copying memories after death, scientists are aggressively deploying AI today to help people live much longer before death. So here's how this actually works in practice right now. AI is accelerating medical research by analyzing absolutely enormous medical data sets. It's searching for hidden patterns in aging and cellular change that human doctors might completely overlook. This allows researchers to discover and develop new medicines in a matter of months rather than decades. It can predict diseases years before any symptoms even appear, identifying things like cancer at its absolute earliest stage. And finally, it can personalize treatments designed specifically for your unique DNA. It's a real game changer. What all this tells us is that while AI might not completely defeat biological death and make humans truly immortal, it is poised to fundamentally change our healthy lifespan. Some experts believe it could dramatically increase our healthy life expectancy, helping people live much healthier, longer lives than we ever thought possible. Which brings us to Section 5, the legacy of consciousness, the final mystery. Because whether we extend biological life or create digital avatars, we inevitably hit a massive philosophical wall. We're brought right back to this central, honestly kind of haunting question. Even if technology perfectly preserved every single memory, every photograph, every voice recording, and every opinion you ever held, would that truly be you? The reality is, science still cannot explain exactly what consciousness actually is, which raises the very real possibility that our actual consciousness ends at death, while only our information remains behind.
Perhaps then, true immortality isn't actually about living forever, biologically or digitally. Perhaps it's just an evolution of what great inventors, artists, scientists, and teachers have always done. It's about the human elements we leave behind, our knowledge, our ideas, the kindness we've shown, and the discoveries we've made that continue to improve the lives of future generations. Artificial intelligence might simply be giving humanity a brand new, highly advanced tool to preserve those incredible legacies. Whether a full, interactive digital immortality ever becomes an everyday reality, well, that remains uncertain. But one thing is absolutely clear right now. AI is undeniably causing one of the most extraordinary transformations in human history. It's changing not only how we live today, but fundamentally altering how future generations might remember us tomorrow. So think about this. In the year 2085, when your descendants sit down in their living room and speak to your data, who will truly be answering? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and be sure to tune in next time as we explore another mind-blowing possibility.